Well, I think we got everything. Take a little ride on this Labor Day 2025. Be nice if my friends and family showed up. Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. Glad you could stop by. You're always welcome here in my little piece of paradise in deep south of Alabama. But yeah, as you can see, we're in Alice today, and I thought we'd take a little ride. It's been a while. I think the last time we went out was to the pharmacy and to pick up a sweet tea at Jack's. But what I was thinking about was how many people are working today. You know, since it is Labor Day and we're supposed to be celebrating the American worker and laborer and that. And there was a time in my lifetime when pretty much everything would be closed on the holidays. And that being Labor Day too. You probably remember that as well. As well as, you know, things being closed on Sunday. I think they call them blue laws here in the South. But pretty much everything that wasn't essential, which included grocery stores, a lot of gas stations, all retail stores, yeah, they were all closed. So let's take a ride, if you want to, and see who's all working today and give them extra praise and appreciation on this Labor Day. So jump on in, buckle up. Remember, please ask permission before you sit on someone else's lap. And if you want to, grab you a cold drink and a snack. And remember, there's always extra room in the rumble seat, aka the trunk. Let's head on out for a ride on this beautiful day. Y'all all buckled in? Everybody got their cold drinks and their snack? Wish I could provide some, but we're a little slack on the snack and cold drink menu today. If y'all are here all packed in Alice right now, we're sort of going economy class, if you know what I mean. If you've ever flown, you know what I'm saying. That's about a half can of soda and a little bag of pretzels, maybe peanuts. We ain't even got that. But just look at that sky. Mostly blue with a few puffy clouds. They say it's 84 out there today, and it feels like it. Not sure what the humidity is, don't really matter. And I don't pay much attention anymore to that feels like temperature. Yeah, that's become a big thing. Instead of going actual, everybody talks about the feels like. We didn't used to have that when we were all growing up. They just told you what it actually was and you dealt with it. Remember to look both ways at the stop sign. And of course, stop. Somebody needs to mow their grass. Of course, Cody, who cuts my grass, came by yesterday, Sunday. Him and his son got the grass all done. I appreciate it. Still got plenty of work to do though. Of course, he keeps telling me he'll get her done. But there's our Family Dollar right over there to the left. And about 2/10 miles down the road is our Dollar General on this side of the river too. And you can see people are working there today. And in all truth, anymore, people need the hours just to get by. I'm not even sure in this day and age if the workers that are working today would prefer to be off. Of course, the bank's closed, as always. And all down through here. You know, when I came here in '95, all these little shops and businesses and service stations and what have you were open. Yep, that was 30 years ago. And one by one, they sort of all closed and dried up. Of course, Buddy's is open. And gas is at $2.79. Which, as always, let me know what it is in your area. And we got a little food truck here. I stopped there one time when they were closed, looked at the menu. Couldn't really make a whole lot of sense out of it. The whole menu was full of things. I don't know what they were. So I've never actually stopped. Quite a few people do though. And seen what they were all up to. You saw that big bass boat nice and shiny behind that truck. Yeah, today there's a whole lot of people out on the lakes. Yes, there is. Yep, wouldn't you know it? We got a leaf stuck on the windshield, taking a ride with us. And of course, here to the right, this was all owned by the mill. This is where the mill company store was. Grocery store, dry goods, some shops. Of course, that's pretty much all closed up too. And been that way for quite some time. The churches, they're not open today, being Monday. City Hall's closed. And so is the library. But I do think somebody's there doing something to the church. Or the library, excuse me, getting old. As we make our way across the beautiful scenic Tallapoosa River on the historic Benjamin Fitzpatrick Bridge. Somebody's taking a nice walk. Getting in their steps, I think. I don't see much activity out on Lake Tallahassee. Of course, we got Lake Tallahassee. Then, a mile or two up from it, we got the Yates Reservoir, Yates Lake. We call it the Middle Pond. In fact, around here, the locals call Lake Tallahassee, you know, small pond. Yates Lake, or reservoir, is called the Middle Pond. And then Martin Lake, which is, as the crow flies, about 7.5 miles from here, is the Big Pond. Excuse me. Looks like even the radio station is closed on up today. I'm sure it's got some pre-recorded broadcasts going on. The high school's out, as all the schools are out today as well. Teachers are enjoying a 3-day weekend, I'm sure. The Shell station and convenience store is open. And it would appear that even CVS is open as well. I'm glad Little Caesars is back open. Not that I have visited it again. Not sure why it closed. McDonald's going wide open. The Snack Wrap is back. And those are pretty darn good. The nail place is closed up today. So if you wanted to get your nails done, you'd have to wait till tomorrow. And I know Jack's is doing business as well. Yep. Going strong. All the insurance places are all closed up. Most of our retail shops, I don't know, they're open too. And I know Dollar Tree's open. So is Superfoods. In fact, all those shops are open. Subway, Papa John's, the Great Wall. Gotta have your food on Labor Day. Of course, First Community Bank is all locked up. The car wash is going at it, as is Taco Bell. I mean, what would we do on this one day if all of this wasn't open too? But somehow, back in our childhood, we all got through it because it wasn't open. In my childhood, of course, we didn't have the fast food restaurants we have today. I mean, I can remember, I guess the first fast food experience I ever had was in Lawton, Oklahoma. We had a McDonald's and a Dairy Queen, and that was it. Of course, we never went to McDonald's while we were there for a little over 2 years. My dad was stationed at Fort Sill, but we did partake of Dairy Queen a time or two. Of course, Coin Laundry is open today, as are our auto parts stores. AutoZone, Advanced Auto, they're open. Dollar General, we actually got two, one on each side of the river. Here again, another bank, it's all closed up. The 1220 Cafe appears to be closed on this Labor Day. Sunoco's wide open as well as Hardee's. I wonder if Tractor Supply is open. Yep, they're open too. There's the Dairy Queen. It's open. O'Reilly's Auto Parts is open. It would appear more is open than not. Our True Value hardware store took today off. But the Eagle Convenience is wide open too. Louis, they're closed. Huddle House is open. Of course, the old Goo Goo, where I washed my cars so many times over the years, just all growing up. Parker Tire is all closed up. And of course, the Pizza Hut is no more. Not sure what it's going to be. I sort of thought when Papa John's came to be, you know, that would knock out Pizza Hut, and sure enough it did. I don't know if the car lot's open. I couldn't afford a car if I wanted to. Not any of theirs anyway. But it is just a wonderful day, and if you look real close, like that tree right up there, you can just start to see a change in color on that big sycamore tree. It won't be long, y'all, before there's a nip in the air. Well, there actually is, if you get up early enough. It was 64 degrees this morning when I fed the kitty crew their morning meal. We don't got far to go, and we'll be at the edge of town. Yep, there's Walmart at the very edge. Of course, we got some workers out here picking up the side of the road and doing the laundry or doing the yard work. They're working too. Of course, our urgent care is all locked up. So people better be safe today, because the only thing that'll be open as far as medical care will be our community hospital. And that's one thing I would like to say. I hope everybody today is practicing safety and using their head, so they'll be safe on this Labor Day. Because always, as we all hear on the news, some people aren't. There's always tragedies on holidays. We had a real bad one this past Saturday in Alabama, where 9 people were hurt. Well, here we are up at the other marathon. This used to be a Sunoco, or it wasn't a Sunoco. But now Jack owns it, and it's a marathon. I mean, he's spreading out. I think Jack owns 2 marathons, the Shell, and the Sunoco. And if I had to guess, several more. But our tire shops are all closed. It looks like this poor guy on the motorcycle ran out of gas right before he got here. God bless his heart. The Acapulco Mexican restaurant is open today. If you're interested in some fine Mexican cuisine, just what we needed in Tallahassee was some more storage buildings. Yeah, people need to go through their stuff, clean it all out, and quit spending money on storage buildings. That's what I'm doing, and I know many of you are doing it too. But it would appear on this day of celebration and honoring the American worker, laborer, a whole bunch of people are still working and toiling away. And the problem being, we've gotten to expect it. It's sort of like there's the privileged that get the holidays off, and the underprivileged that are either forced to work or forced because they just have to make ends meet. I often ask myself how we got here, because that just wasn't the way it was when I was growing up so many years ago. But yeah, I just wanted to come out today, take a little ride, loosen up the bones and the muscles, and show you just what was going on in my little small town in the deep south of Alabama. Woo, they fixed up that building. It's really nice. Don't know what it's going to be, but there's been a lot of that going on here lately in my little small town. A lot of houses are being renovated. By who, I don't know. Need to go to my eye doctor too. Yep. Need to go there to Magnolia Eye Care here in the coming months, get my eyes checked. Oh, apparently you can buy one French fry and get second one for $1. Not a bad deal if you're into fries. That'd be a whole lot of fries though. So that's it for me. I just wanted to get out, ride a while, feel the vibrations, you know, let Alice stretch her legs. Since I collapsed back on the 16th, I haven't got out much. You know, I did that one round trip to the pharmacy, and then that's been it. Now I do got to go to my primary physicians for a visit, follow-up, on September the 4th at 1:30. Yeah, I just confirmed that appointment today and did that check-in on my phone. I mean, they ask the same questions over and over again. I mean, I don't know how many times I've filled out all that mess. It doesn't much change, except, you know, like this time I had to put in, you know, I fell. Well, I really didn't fail, I just collapsed. I guess there wasn't no place for collapse, so I had to put I fell. And then you got to answer all the other questions that come with that. It's computerized. There's no person involved. And things are getting more and more like that. So people are having less and less jobs to do. I mean, there's really not anybody who answers the phone anymore. We all know that. You call, you get some automated system, and a lot of times you can't even get an answer. I press 0, I press 1, I press 9. No, it'll just hang up on you. So that's all I wanted to do. Check in with all of you and see if you were working or not. I hope you're not. I hope you're doing like me and doing something to rest and relax, ease your mind. You know? Just enjoy your day, if nothing more. Sitting around with your loved one or spouse and family. So what I'm going to do is turn on some tunes and talk with all of you and that are riding along in real life in Alice. I like to enjoy some tunes sometimes when I'm riding along. Of course, you can't do that on YouTube. They'll slap you down with a copyright strike. That's why I don't do it. And the music selection that you can use for free really isn't too pleasing to me. So hey y'all, until I see you on that next video and episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood, y'all take care out there. Stay safe. Enjoy your life the best you can. For time may be running out. Before you know it, it'll be gone. As I recently just experienced again. So every once in a while, treat yourself too, okay? Can't take it with you. If you got to, find a little bit, get you a treat. You know, like a snow cone, a dip cone, or a sundae. Because that's what we would do when I was young. And as we cross the historic Tallapoosa River again, on the historic Benjamin Fitzpatrick Bridge, you'll notice off to the right the remnants of the Mount Vernon cotton mills. They shut down in 2005 and would end the era from 1844 to 2005 being the oldest continuously running cotton mill in America. And of course, I think they caught fire in 2016, and now they're just ruins of the past. So y'all, for me and the kitty crew, you know them all. Cleo, the curmudgeon, Spooky the love bug, and of course Fluffy Muffin. He's the man. And the little princess of the house, Gracie. See you again on the next video. And remember, as always, may God bless you as you bless those in your lives. You know we love you for stopping by. Goodbye for now. Yep, I'm just going to ride along, maybe out in the countryside. Slap in some easy listening rock, and I'm gonna let the wheels roll. Ooh, we just took a little ride, Fluffy. Did you miss Papa? Did you miss me? Fluffy, where's Spooky and Cleo at? You don't know? They're off somewhere? You my boy? You Papa boy? You are. You're just waiting patiently for Papa to return home. Oh, there's Spooky. He's up, crashed out on the steps. Hey, Spooky. Oh, you was waiting on Papa too? Well, I'm back home. All is good. Wonder where Cleo's at. Is she gallivanting around? Oh yeah. Well, that's it for this one. It's a wrap. Later all.